Oh yeah, that box. We needed to open the box, right? I remember. Okay. Okay, let's try to do that. So we can move those panels around. There are different symbols. And I think the objective is to move that at the top.
It's still locked. I need to move the parts on the side.
Okay. So we actually want this upper part, this one, to move into the other direction, right? So right now I can't move any of those. Okay, but maybe I do have to move it first to the other direction. Okay, those are all moved now to that. So that means I could also move the upper part.
It's still locked. I need to move the parts on the side.
So I can move you. I could move all of you to this side. But what good does that do? So if I move this, I reveal the flowers. Oh yeah, I was thinking it's about which kind of flower this is, which would be rather this one, I think, and not the other so much. So, and this can be moved here to show that flower. So then I could move this completely. Then I could move you.
It's still locked. I need to move the parts on the side.
So, and I could also, no, I can't move you further. Okay, could move you back. If I move this one back, can I move that completely? No. It would mean that I need to move this more. I need to move, but I can't move this. So I'm not sure what to do here. We've revealed flowers. Does that mean I only need to move those where we have flowers? You cannot be moved now. You can be moved back.
It's still locked. I need to move the parts on the side.
I don't really understand this. So you could be moved this way. Wait, and if I move you back, I could also move you this way. You can only be moved this way.
It's still locked. I need to move the parts on the side.
Could I now move you all the way up on this side? Yes. But not further here, because the top part is blocking it. Ah, oh, okay. Ah, I see. Now it's completely revealed. So that's a good sign, I think. Ah. Then you are revealed and you need to move. You could... No, you cannot move this way. So move you a little bit more to the middle. Does that help me in any way? Not completely. Ah, but you need to be this way anyway. Okay, you need to move that way. And you can move this way only. And what about, yeah, if we move you this way? Ah, okay. Got it. Magatama. Okay, and now rotate. Knives. That was not it. I think it was a sharp, thin blade.
Sushi knives, razor sharp. Sushi knives, razor sharp.
Okay. Should I look at all of them? No. The thin blade, this one should be it, I think.
Colteria Venezia.
Ah. Okay. Should I check the other ones just because?
Sushi knives, razor sharp. Sushi knives, razor sharp.
Okay. Oh, Hitaru, you are in deep waters. Confrontation.
I'm sorry, Monsieur Mori, but haven't you forgotten something? You haven't told me about the knives hidden in your room.
Ha! Yes, indeed. I forgot to tell
you
you
forgot?
about those. They are my personal knives. I only use these knives. There are none better. I bought them all in Japan. No one is allowed to touch them except me.
Well, I touched them. I bought them all in
I'm
Japan.
afraid you are better at sushi than lying.
What? What do you mean?
One of the knives has an inscription, Coltelleria Venezia. Did you happen to go shopping tonight, monsieur?
Damn you, Poirot. Very well. One of my sushi knives has been missing since the night of the murder. I thought you were going to believe I killed Ratchet. He routinely sent back my dishes to be ruined. Why does God give rich people the money to afford the best cuisine, but not the palate to appreciate it? I panicked. I know a very good store in Venice. I went to buy a knife to replace the one that had gone missing. So, I wouldn't be accused. I assure you that I had nothing to do with any murders.
I would have an easier time believing you, monsieur, if you put that knife down.
Oh, yes, of course. Sorry.
What time did you leave on your little shopping trip?
I left around 9:30 p.m. I was back a little after 11. 11:15 p.m.
Time enough to stab Monsieur Wadi and return. Very well, Monsieur Mori. That's all for now. If I have another question...
I'll be right here, cooking.
Okay, but which stores also open so late in Venice to buy another knife? Alibis in Venice. So who doesn't have an alibi? Well, he doesn't really. He said he went to his sister, right? We can check with her, of course. I don't remember actually. I have no idea.
I must admit I'm not right this time.
Or all of them.
Think, Poirot. That is not a good answer. I do not think that's the right answer.
Okay, I think I need a hint. Countess Andreni was watched by Dr. Constantine throughout the stopover. Ah, okay. So she has an alibi. He really doesn't. I think he doesn't as well.
This is wrong. But I'm never far from the truth.
All of them? Yeah, okay.
That's the right answer.
Report to Detective Locke. Is she in her room? Don't recall. To travel on the Orient Express. One day. That would be a dream. So this is first class. Where was she? 102? 103? 102? No? No, okay. I'm completely wrong. No.
What have you been doing, Poirot? I am completely in the dark.
I will shine some light on the situation, my friend. I have 3 new suspects who could have killed Ratchet and Monsieur Wadi. Miss Nielsen, Monsieur Fauché, and Monsieur Maury. They all had periods of time during both murders to commit the deed, and their alibis are weak. A visit to family, and not 1, but 2 shopping trips.
But... all are my employees.
Alas, yes, my dear book. But we have no proof against any of them. None of the 3 appears to have any motive whatsoever.
But this is a tragedy.
Do not give up hope. We will catch this murderer. There is still one place that may hold the evidence we need.
Geneva.
Exact.
Do not give up hope? Well, that's easy for you to say. But what if it's Freya? What becomes of dessert? If it's Sotaru, who will cook? Me? And the worst, if it's Jean, who will serve the drinks?
I've been checking up on the Banque du Lac. I had to confirm my identity for Interpol, so they contacted my captain at the Berkshire Police.
I suspect he was not pleased.
That my vacation was actually an unofficial investigation? I'll say.
I would be happy to speak to him on your behalf.
Thank you, but he'll get over it. It's a chance to close the books on the Armstrong kidnapping. He stopped yelling, asked for a report, then granted me an extra week.
Excellent. What did you learn from Interpol about the Banque du Lac?
It's had a bad reputation for over a century. Customers have included the mafia, Nazis, corporate swindlers of every description, even heads of state.
It is true, this. It is the worst-kept secret in banking. They take advantage of the bank's strict policy of protecting the anonymity of its clients. This is in defiance of many laws from multiple countries, including Switzerland itself. Of course, I have never taken advantage of such a corrupt system.
That goes without saying, my friend.
There are ongoing investigations, subpoenas, court orders. The bank will eventually have to comply, or its assets may be seized. But until then, it still thrives, thanks to its wealthy and powerful clients.
It sounds perfect for the late Monsieur Ratchet. Do you have any ideas?
The serial numbers from some of the bills match those from the Armstrong kidnapping. We agreed in Venice that the bulk of the money must still be physically in the bank's vault.
I concur, Detective Locke. Exemplary work. So, our next task is clear. We need to get into Ratchet's safety deposit box.
There'll be codes, passwords.
And Monsieur Wadi would, of course, have known them all. The bag of money he carried is proof of that.
We'll need to find information about Ratchet's box in Wadi's office at the bank.
Most assuredly, but remember the secrecy involved. I doubt his office will contain all we need. Where else must we dig?
Okay, where can I find information on Ratchet's safety deposit box? Internet, Ratchet's diary. Ask Mr. McQueen, Mr. Wadi's apartment? Yeah.
I'm right again. That happens to me a lot.
Mr. Wadi couldn't keep all of his secrets at the bank. Hopefully we'll find something in his apartment. We already have his address thanks to his passport, and his keys we retrieved from his body.
The train stops in Lausanne at 8 a.m. But that's far from Geneva. I can delay the departure until 11 a.m. No later. The police are expecting us in Paris by the end of the afternoon at the latest. They won't tolerate any delay.
The bank doesn't open until 9. I can see only one way that gives us a chance to be on time.
Boat or taxi? Boat?
Ferries travel between Lausanne and Geneva, but it would take over 3 hours. We can't depend on finding a faster boat. Better to take a taxi and pray traffic is light.
How to search the apartment and the office efficiently
The
separately?
best thing is to separate. One of us searches his apartment, the other searches his office. To access the safety deposit box, we need to find the key, the box number, and the passcode.
Suppose you find all this. How do you plan to get into the vault?
Impersonating him.
We are going
Yeah.
to use the bank's anonymity policy to our advantage.
And the quickest way is for you to impersonate Ratchet.
I would rather impersonate Jack the Ripper, but
What?
in the interest of justice, I will do it.
We need to find the account number.
Along with everything else.
I will say I want access to the vault. They don't ask for papers or even names. The vault information is enough.
I'm not hearing any of this. I run a train company. I don't rob banks.
Perfect. Let's recap the plan.
Perfect. So, first, they take a taxi to Geneva. They separate. Search the office and apartment. Find information. Impersonate. Wait, no, pretend. Well, meet up. Pretend to be Ratchet and look into the safety deposit box.
My little gray cells did not let me down.
To sum up, we're going by taxi to Geneva. Then we'll split up. You're going to search Mr. Wadi's apartment. I'll search the office at the bank. When we have all the information we need, you pretend to be Ratchet, and we can finally find out what Ratchet is keeping hidden in his safety deposit box.
It sounds impossible.
Not for Detective Joanna Locke and Hercule Poirot.
We should get some rest.
You are right, Detective. We face our greatest challenge tomorrow. Together.
Okay, Geneva should be nice as well, but I think nothing beats Venice. But yeah, it's almost like a Bond movie.
9 o'clock. Our driver did well. It took barely an hour to get here from Lausanne.
But we must conclude our business in 1 hour as well. Book can only hold the train until 11 o'clock.
1 hour to find the key of Ratchet's safety deposit box, the box number, and its passcode. A lot to ask.
Indeed, which is why we must split our forces.
Yeah, get on
I will
with
take
it.
the cab to Monsieur Wadi's address. You must search his office.
I have you on speed dial. And thank you, Mr. Poirot,
For what, mademoiselle?
for trusting me.
Uh-oh, is she gonna betray us? No, I don't think so. Okay, first we're going to the bank, the office. Yep, it's a massive bank. Run! Try to get in there. No. We're gonna go the official route. Hello!
You there. I have an appointment
You
with Mr.
there.
Wadi.
Let me check. I'm sorry, I don't see any appointments this morning at all. Mr. Wadi hasn't even arrived yet. Although he should be here by now.
I'm Joanna Locke. I made an appointment with Mr. Wadi 2 weeks ago.
Madam, please. You must know in the Banque du Lac, all accounts are anonymous. Unfortunately, I cannot verify your identity.
Then you will forget I mentioned my name.
I already have.
Good. I'll wait in Mr. Wadi's office. I can't stand out here in public. If someone should recognize me, you understand?
Oh yes, of course. I'm sure Mr. Wadi will be here shortly. I can send him right in when he arrives. His office is this way.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I should have known. And then on anonymity. I'll go in first. No? Okay, maybe not. Thank you. I'll take it it's the open office with the lights on. Thank you.
I can't understand where Mr. Wadi might be.
Don't worry about it.
You're right. I don't have much time at all.
Okay.
It's
Closed. Yeah. Maybe I can find the key.
Alice in Wonderland. Again. Mr. Wadi seems to have really liked this book.
Yeah, the riddles. Chapter 7, A Mad Tea Party. There was a table set out under a tree in front of the house, and the March Hare and the Hatter were having tea at it. A dormouse was sitting between them, fast asleep, and the other two were using it as a cushion, resting their elbows on it and talking over its head. Very uncomfortable for the dormouse, thought Alice, only as it's asleep, I suppose it doesn't mind. The table was a large one, but the three were all crowded together at one corner of it. No room, they cried out when they saw Alice coming. There's plenty of room, said Alice indignantly, and she sat down in a large armchair at one end of the table. Have some wine, the March Hare said in an encouraging tone. Alice looked all round the table, but there was nothing on it but tea. I don't see any wine, she remarked. There isn't any, said the March Hare. Then it wasn't very civil of you to offer it, said Alice angrily. It wasn't very civil of you to sit down without being invited, said the March Hare. I didn't know it was your table, said Alice. It's laid for a great many more than 3. Your hair wants cutting, said the Hatter. He had been looking at Alice for some time with great curiosity, and this was his first speech. You should learn not to make personal remarks, Alice said with some severity. It's very rude. The Hatter opened his eyes very wide on hearing this, but all he said was, Why is a raven like a writing desk? Come, we shall have some fun now, thought Alice. I'm glad they've begun asking riddles. I believe I can guess that, she added aloud. Do you mean that you think you can find out the answer to it, said the March Hare. Exactly so, said Alice. Then you should say what you mean, the March Hare went on. I do, Alice hastily replied. At least I mean what I say. That's the same thing, you know. Not the same thing a bit, said the Hatter. You might just as well say that I see what I eat is the same thing as I eat what I see. You might just as well say, added the March Hare, that I like what I get is the same thing as I get what I like. You might just as well say, added the Dormouse, who seemed to be talking in his sleep, that I breathe when I sleep is the same thing as I sleep when I breathe. "It is the same thing with you," said the Hatter, and here the conversation dropped, and the party sat silent for a minute, while Alice thought over all she could remember about ravens and writing desks, which wasn't much. The Hatter was the first to break the silence. "What day of the month is it?" he said, turning to Alice. He had taken his watch out of his pocket and was looking at it uneasily, shaking it every now and then and holding it to his ear. Alice considered a little and then said, "The 4th. "2 days wrong," sighed the Hatter. "I told you butter wouldn't suit the works," he added, looking angrily at the March Hare. "It was the best butter," the March Hare meekly replied. "Yes, but some crumbs must have got in as well," the Hatter grumbled. "You shouldn't have put it in with the bread knife." The March Hare took the watch and looked at it gloomily. Then he dipped it into his cup of tea and looked at it again. But he could think of nothing better to say than his first remark. It was the best butter, you know. Alice had been looking over his shoulder with some curiosity. "What a funny watch," she remarked. "It tells the day of the month and doesn't tell what o'clock it is." "Why should it?" muttered the Hatter. "Does your watch tell you what year it is?" "Of course not," Alice replied very readily, "but that's because it stays the same year for such a long time together." "Which is just the case with mine," said the Hatter. Alice felt dreadfully puzzled. The Hatter's remark seemed to have no sort of meaning in it, and yet it was certainly English. "I don't quite understand you," she said as politely as she could. "The Dormouse is asleep again," said the Hatter, and he poured a little hot tea upon its nose. "Okay, so we can read... Can we read the whole book? Oh, I need to... Ah, okay. I see. So, okay. There's 2. Then okay. Do I need to write this down? Maybe. Let me just grab a pen up here. So we have the numbers. First 2, then 3, then 3 again. Then we have 4. There's number 9 here. Here is 6. That's 2. And here's nothing. Okay. But yeah, Alice in Wonderland is a great book.
A souvenir
Ooh.
Tower of Babel. Makes sense. We know that Mr. Wadi is from Iraq, and the ancient tower is said to have been built there.
Oh, it was in Iraq? Nowadays, Iraq? Oh, okay, another puzzle. I don't have time for this. Oh. Does it have something to do? 2, 3, 3, 4, 9, 6, 2? But this is 5 stories. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 numbers. So I'm not exactly sure. Because if I start with 2, maybe that means like 2. Oh, these are different shapes of windows. Okay. But numbers, I think, don't explain that. At least not sufficiently. 1, 2. Okay. That needs a key.
Locked.
Of course.
I need the password. Maybe Poirot can help me.
Okay, you want to call Poirot for that? We can try 2, 3, 3, 4, 9, 6, 2. Probably not it, because it's too short still. Wadi. Can I open this? Turn, yep. Turn it up. Turn. What does it say?
I'm taking a picture of it. I'll send it to Poirot. It might be useful to him.
Okay. Oh, okay. Let's call him.
I managed to get into Wadi's office. I did a quick preliminary search. Everything is locked, including his computer. All I could find was a photo with a date on it. I just sent it to you. Maybe you can use it.
Thank you. That might help. I've just arrived at the apartment. I'll call you when I find something.
As quick as you can. I can't stay here long.
Okay, and we will continue with Mr. Poirot in the next episode.